saw them. Thank you, my loyal fans. But I recorded every film I watched in 2021, and I really enjoyed it. I enjoy talking about films and hearing people's opinions and recommendations, so I thought I'd do it again this year. So this is films I watched this year, 2022, January, February and March. Also, happy April Fool's Day. At least it is when I'm recording this, obviously. Anyway, so I'm gonna scroll up. Also, I hope you don't mind. I've had a few people comment asking what my username is. If you don't mind, I'm not going to say because it's got my name in it, and I wanted to change it, but unless I'm being a bit dense, I don't think you can change your username on Letterboxd. That's the app I'm using, by the way. So I apologise for not telling you what my username is. Anyways, so you might be pleased to know, or you might not care. I watched quite a lot of films in January, February. I still watched a lot in March, but not as many as Jan and Feb, so I'm going to talk about them. So the first thing I watched in 2022 was the Harry Potter reunion, which I guess it's not strictly a film, but it's like a documentary, and I was able to record it on here, so why not? I counted it. Then Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban, because I was in the mood for a Potter film. I think I started watching it on the 1st, and then I finished it the next day. And Azkaban is my favourite Potter film. Next, Scream 4. Back in December, I think, I watched Scream 1 and 2. I skipped 3 because I'm not the biggest fan of Scream 3. Maybe I'll go back and watch it. But yeah, I put Scream 4 on. Then Moonrise Kingdom, which I really enjoy. I'd only seen it once before. I thought I'd watch it again because it came on Netflix. It's such a sweet, whimsical film. Very Wes Anderson. Next, She's the Man. I forgot how funny this is. This is peak Amanda Bynes. She's so good in this. Yeah, it's so funny. I love a good comedy. And then my first new film of the year. Oh, by the way, in case you're not aware, under each film there's the green stars. That's my personal rating for them. I rate films on how much I like them, how good I think they are. The red heart means I liked the film, and then the circular arrows means I've seen the film before I recorded it here. So The 40-Year-Old Virgin was my first new film of the year. The only scene I've seen before is the bit where he gets his chest waxed. Anyway, I thought it was okay. I'm not the biggest fan of comedy films. It takes a good comedy film for me to like it, so I liked this. I don't think I'll ever watch it again though. Another new film, Escape Room. This was a completely random Netflix pick. I enjoyed it. I thought the escape rooms were pretty inventive. It's basically that a bunch of people go through a series of escape rooms, and if they don't escape, they die. Another new film, Drop Dead Fred. I'd never heard of this film before. I think I picked it because I saw Rick Mayall in the poster, and I like him. Anyway, I didn't think this was a good film. It was weird. It felt like, on one hand, it was a kid's film. The humour was very juvenile, like pee-poop kind of jokes. But on the flip side, I thought the story, the plotline was quite adult. I think it's about a woman who is getting a divorce. And I feel like if they'd have gone either way, if they'd have, elevated the humour a bit, or if they'd have toned down the adult themes and made it into more of a kid's film, it could have worked. But what this was didn't work. I appreciated it. I like Rick Mayall, but nah, not a fan. Next, if I scroll up, you can see I watched the Wallace and Gromit films, Curse of the Were-Rabbit. Again, I just love watching films from, my childhood that I haven't seen in a long time. And it's definitely been it's been some years since I've seen Curse of the Were Rabbit. I love it. It's such a cute film. Then I watched A Grand Day Out, The Wrong Trousers, A Close Shave, which are the shorter films, and then A Matter of Loaf and Death, which is a slightly longer film. I think the others are about 20 minutes, whereas A Matter of Loaf and Death, I think it was about half an hour, maybe 40 minutes. I can't remember. Anyway, my favourite of the short films is probably A Close Shave, followed by The Wrong Trousers. I just love Wallace and Gromit. What I said earlier about a comedy having to be good for me to like it, Bridesmaids definitely fits that. It's hilarious. Okay, after Wallace and Gromit, I watched Hairspray. I've seen the stage show. Oh my god, if you heard that, that was my stomach. I'm so sorry. That was the weirdest tummy rumble. Anyway, yeah, I've seen the stage show, and I really enjoyed the stage show. I enjoyed the film. I just thought it was a bit long. It kind of lost me in the middle a bit. Also, my favourite song was not in the film, which is Mama, I'm a Big Girl Now, but I kind of see why they cut it out. I don't think it fit very well. Next, In the Heart of the Sea. Interestingly, I remember when this came out, I saw the poster for it, and I just thought, okay. And then I saw it on BBC iPlayer, and I read the description and realised it was based on the Essex whale ship. Now, one of my favourite YouTube channels is Ask a Mortician, and she did a video on the Essex whale ship, which, if you don't know, is a shipwreck, a maritime disaster that Moby Dick is based on. And it is one of the most interesting YouTube videos I've ever seen. I absolutely bloody love it. And this film is based on the Essex whale ship, and so I was really excited. So I watched the film. The film was okay. There's something I didn't like about it, and I can't put my finger on what. So I gave it 2.5 stars, but I absolutely, if you haven't heard of Ask a Mortician, or you don't know that particular video, please go and watch it. It's so well made, and it tells the story really well. Okay, next, The Book Thief. I technically have seen this before, but I didn't remember anything from it. So I marked it as not seen it because I couldn't remember anything. It was a very good film. The ending was very sad, and that was all I'll say. Okay, my first cinema film of the year, I watched the new Scream film, which I enjoyed. I thought it was very good. I don't know if I'm alone in saying this, but for some reason it didn't feel like a Scream film. Like, the first 4 feel like Scream films. This one kind of didn't, but I still enjoyed it. Taken, easy watch. Then, yes, I rewatched the Twilight Saga. I just fancied it. Sue me. My favourite film in the series, surprisingly, is probably Breaking Dawn. My least favourite, Breaking Dawn Part 1. My least favourite is Breaking Dawn Part 2. And then I finished off January with, I watched Submarine, which is a really great film. The Diary of a Teenage Girl. I saw Belle Powley was in it, and I quite like her. I follow her on Instagram. I've not seen loads of her films, but she was in a kids show I used to watch, so, and this was a good film. It's got Kristen Wiig. I hope I'm saying her surname right. Kristen Wiig in it, and I really like her as a serious actress. She's great as a comic actress. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. There's a car parked on my street, and every day, sporadically, the car alarm goes off. I'm tempted to leave a passive-aggressive note on the windshield. If you can hear that, I'm sorry. Anyway, it was Kristen Wiig. She's a great comic actress, but she's also a really good serious actress. I'd love to see her in more serious films. A Monster Calls, super sad, great film. Although, I'm not a fan of Sigourney Weaver's weird English accent. It's unsettling. And then The Invisible Man, which again, I liked, didn't love it. And I'm sorry for any fans of it, but Elizabeth Moss, there's just something about her I don't like. And I apologise for anyone who does like her. Okay, then moving into February. Another cinema watch. This was Moonfall. I love these kind of films. They're just stupid disaster films, big budget CGI. There's a big disaster, and this was one of those. I'm never going to watch it again, but it was a very entertaining 2 hours. I'm just having a sip. Another new film, Tremors. I've heard of this before, and I watched it, and I really enjoyed it. I really enjoyed it. I thought it was really entertaining. I know there's a whole franchise around Tremors now, so I might check out the rest of the franchise. Let the Right One In. This is the original Swedish film. They did an American remake, and I have seen that American remake when it first came out. It's the most pointless film ever. It's pretty close to the Swedish version. The only difference is it's in English. If you are inclined to watch it, I highly recommend you go for the Swedish version. It's so much better. Very, very atmospheric. Great film. 500 Days of Summer. I've tried to watch this film multiple times, and I've failed, and I don't know why. So I finally watched it. I got through it, and I enjoyed it. I liked Zoe Deschanel. I like Joseph Gordon-Levitt. I liked the film. Another new film. I'm watching a lot of new films so far. Signs. Again, liked it. Didn't love it. It was an okay film. Sweeney Todd. Great musical. And then, as you can see, I watched a lot of Black Mirror episodes. I'm going to talk about all the Black Mirror episodes together, just to save time. I'm not going to read them all out. You can see them on the screen, hopefully. I didn't watch every single Black Mirror episode. There's a few episodes I didn't watch because I either don't care for them or I don't like them. Of the episodes I've recorded here, my favourite is probably San Junipero. I also really enjoy White Bear. But they're all really good. They're just particularly, I think they're entertaining. Oh, USS Callister is also a really good episode. I recommend that one as well. I don't really have a least favourite of the ones I've marked here because I don't watch the ones that are my least favourite. Okay, going back down, I watched the first 2 Mummy films. The first Mummy film is one of my favourite ever films. It's one of my desert island films. I love it so much. I could probably quote half the script just off the top of my head. The second Mummy film is also very, very good, but not as good as the original. The Lovely Bones is next. Good film. Not great. Not groundbreaking, just a good film. And then after The Lovely Bones, I was on a bit of a Rachel Weisz mini streak, and so I chose The Lobster. Definitely one of the strangest films I've watched in a while. Certainly this year, certainly in a while. It's a very strange film, but I enjoyed it. Yeah, there's something about it I liked. Also, Rachel Weisz doesn't appear until about an hour in, but no, it was a good film. I enjoyed it. Then I watched Death on the Nile in the cinema. I wanted to read the book before I saw Death on the Nile in the cinema, and I did. I finished the book. I really enjoyed the book, and I'm glad I read the book with no spoilers before I saw the film. The film, again, liked it, didn't love it. The one thing, I'm not going to spoil it if you haven't seen or read the film or book, but no spoilers, but there were a couple of things I did not like about the film. Number one, Gal Gadot, I'm assuming you say her name, I don't like her, and she was definitely miscast. In the book, the character she plays is like 20, so I didn't really get that. Also, her character and Emma Mackey's character are supposed to be best friends, and it just, didn't fit in the movie, or at least at the start of the film. So yeah, I Also, Emma Mackey's character in the book, she's one of the main characters, and in the film, I think they cut out a lot of her scenes, so I didn't appreciate that. Anyway, that's my thoughts on it. Still, it was entertaining. It's on Disney Plus right now, so I might watch it again. I might give it a rewatch. Next, Emma. I've wanted to watch this for a while, and then it came on Netflix. For some reason, I thought this would be like a similar feel, a similar vibe to Little Women, which I did enjoy. Emma, I'll be honest, I didn't enjoy it too much. I thought it was a good film, that's why I gave it 3.5 stars, but I feel like it just didn't click with me, like it wasn't, I just didn't like it. But I do like Anya Taylor-Joy. So yeah, that's my thoughts. And then the last film of February was the Lego Movie. Okay, first film of March was Alive. Now earlier, when I mentioned about Ask a Mortician YouTube did a video on the Essex whale ship disaster. Well, that video is part of a 3-part trilogy, unofficial trilogy, centering around cannibalism. She did another film about the Uruguayan airplane rugby team that crashed in the Andes, and then this rugby team had to survive in the Andes for like 3 months. Also an excellent YouTube video, go watch it. And this film, Alive, is based on that disaster. So, of course, I have to watch Alive, which I liked. I enjoyed it. So that's the 2 parts. The 3rd part is about the Donner Party. I feel like I need to watch a film on the Donner Party. If anyone knows any good films about the Donner Party, please throw them at me. And then I can say I've watched 3 films related to her YouTube videos. Okay, next, The Goonies. Can you believe I've never seen The Goonies? I feel like it's a film everybody has seen. I really liked this film. I love these kind of old 80s, 90s kids films. There's just something about them that you don't get nowadays, I swear. Really enjoyed that. Also, totally didn't realise until I was watching it, and I thought, ooh, he looks familiar. The main kid, I can't remember his character's name, but it's Sean Astin, isn't it? The guy from Lord of the Rings. And then other bits and bobs, yeah. Stranger Things as well. It was him, and I was watching it, I thought, he looks familiar, and then it clicked. Didn't know that. Okay, Meet the Fockers. I might be in the minority, but I prefer Meet the Fockers to Meet the Parents. Dustin Hoffman and Barbra Streisand are just really good, playing the eccentric parents. Bedknobs and Broomsticks. This is another film I have not seen. I'm willing to bet I've not seen that since I was a kid. And I really enjoyed it. I remember when I was a kid, during the scene where they're dancing in the London Market, Portobello Road, I remember finding that scene a bit boring, whereas now as an adult, I really enjoyed that scene. I thought it was really cute. I rewatched Ferris Bueller's Day Off. It's a great rewatch, turn your mind off film, which I like. Another new film, Turning Red. The last few Pixar films, I've not watched all of them. I've watched, I think Onward might have been the most recent Pixar film I've watched, as in the most recent release. I haven't seen Luca. Soul, that was the other one. I've seen Soul, both Onward and Soul. I watched them, I liked them, but I had no desire to watch them again. I'm sure there's been another one. Luca. I haven't seen Luca. So when I saw this release, I just thought, meh. And then for some reason, I'd been on a walk. It was last week, actually, Sunday. I'd been for a walk early morning, and I came back, and then I just randomly put it on, and I loved it. It's such a cute film. I love this film. For me, this is Pixar, like, back to its peak. So I highly recommend Turning Red. Really enjoyed it. same day, I obviously watched Turning Red and thought, hey, I'm in the mood for the Blair Witch Project, so I did. I watched the Blair Witch Project in the middle of the day. Another rewatch, no, that's a lie, another new film, Cruella. I've been meaning to watch this for ages, and I finally watched it. I enjoyed it. I don't know why, I didn't think I'd like it, but I liked it more than I thought I would. Emma Thompson is good in it, but Emma Stone is really good in it. I read that they're making a sequel, which I'm okay with. I would watch a sequel. Paperman is a short film. It's about 5 minutes long, but it's a really, really sweet film. Recommend that. Next, Alien. One of my favourite scary, even though to me it's not super scary, but scary film. Classic. Then The Breakfast Club. Then The Parent Trap, another film I haven't seen for a while. Enjoyed it. Back to the Future, I meant to watch the trilogy, and then I obviously forgot. I might rewatch the next two films shortly. Then I rewatched Turning Red because I liked it so much. And then my last film of March is Unstoppable. I forgot how much I liked that film. That is got... I'm going to say it's got no plot, but I mean that in the best way. Literally, a train is on the run with no driver. Denzel Washington and Chris Pine have to stop it. That's the entire film, but it's so entertaining, and I really like it. So I enjoyed that. I just watched another film, but it's April 1st, so I'm going to record it after I'm going to log it on here after I've stopped recording, and then I'll let you know in April what I thought of it. Anyway, thank you for listening. If you can recommend any other films, I'm assuming by now you guys probably, if you've watched my other films, you probably know what my kind of film is. So feel free to recommend. It's the Easter holidays, week after next. I've got 2 weeks off work, so I could do with some films to watch. Also, the weather's pretty rubbish. We had a heat wave last week. It was about 19 degrees. And then now, yesterday and today, we've had bloody snow. I hate early British springtime because the weather is so unpredictable. So yeah, if you've got any good film recommendations, please check them my way. Have a lovely evening, morning,